this is Chuck.
And this is Karen.
And this is our show,
What If It Really Works?
A Practical Guide to Spirituality. And who are we talking to today, Karen?
We are talking to a very special lady, Kathryn Tatum. And Kathryn is an artist. She's a visionary, and she's a dear friend.
And where are we? I mean, what is this scene we're looking at?
This is this the Taos Mountain?
This is
behind
Taos
you?
Mountain behind me, and we're in Taos, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Out in the larger valley area of Taos.
So beautiful out
wide
there.
open spaces.
Oh, just incredible. Absolutely.
So, we're here because you have some incredible talents that come together in a unique way. And we're here because you're an artist, and we're here because you have something to say that's important. So let's start at the beginning. How do you describe yourself as an artist?
I describe myself as an artist that has a great desire to express myself because of a healing property that takes place for me and for others within the work. And as I grow in painting and I become more experienced, it is becoming very clear to me that I am just a channel for inspiration to come through and out onto the canvas. So my purpose in painting at this time is to share an energy. To define that energy would be to define who I am in relationships to what I aspire to. My aspirations always are in spiritual context of the higher self, to contact the higher self and to be able to live in radiance at all times. And I think that's a responsibility we have for one another, is to be able to share the higher aspects of ourselves. And I'm finding that through opening up, becoming a channel for inspiration to come through, the work after it is created can hang quietly on someone's wall where they could then feel that uplift spirit that was channeled through while the painting was being created.
So even though the painting is hanging on someone's wall, that energy comes through the painting to the viewer.
I've been noticing that's the response I've been hearing from the people that have purchased paintings, yes.
Well, one of the things that I've been really blessed because I got to have you in my life because you were friends with Chuck when we married, and the first time I ever walked into your studio, it took my breath away because the images that you create are so vibrant, and they just open your heart is what they do.
That's where it's all about. It's all about that positive energy. Through the history of my artist career, I started out as a graphic designer in the music industry back in the early 80s. And at that time, there was a punk revolution in music. It was an expression that was coming forth of discontent and anger. And I was finding that if I was going to be accurately reflecting the musician's intent, the artwork would actually have jaggedness to it. It would have a feeling of disharmony, because that was what was being projected through the artist's music. And to accurately understand where they were coming from artistically, I needed to tune in to where I thought they were, both as people and also as artists. So I saw right then and there the power of art. If I was creating art that had anger in it, art that had any form of disharmony in it, it might have been visually attractive for a moment, but its permanent effect on somebody could be very strong in a disturbing way. That's what was happening then in the early 80s, so be it, and I was happy to be in that place. However, as time has gone by and I realized that we're all here to row this boat together in humanity to get to a higher place, I believe now that my art needs to reflect that desire to go to the higher place and not to the lower place. And that's why the colors are so uplifting. That's why the subject matter has long horizons, so you can feel a feeling of freedom and the infinite. The sky works beautifully as a vehicle for what we have always looked at as people. You look to the above for a spiritual guidance. So I'm using the sky also as a vehicle to allow the viewer to transcend. So between the sky and the horizon line and the colors, I think that those topics, those representational elements allow someone to feel good. And that's, I think, what it's all about, is that we're all here to feel good.
And then with our feeling good, we give that energy out and everyone else feels good too.
Exactly. So what goes around comes around. And hopefully we're spiraling all up and in a positive direction. And I know that humanity has suffering in it, and you cannot turn your back to that. There isn't a la-la land that we live in, to a magic wand to make it all better. No, I'm not looking for deception within the work. I'm looking, though, to inspire.